The Queen will continue to lie in state today in Westminster Hall, with members of the public welcome to queue up and view her coffin. Britain remains in a state of mourning which will officially come to an end on Monday, September 19, when the monarch's funeral is held at Westminster Abbey. Since her death was announced a week ago, the new King Charles has been engaged in public duties almost non-stop. Today, the 73-year-old and his Queen consort Camilla, 75, have been afforded their first full day off. The King returned to his Highgrove home near Tetbury, Gloucestershire, yesterday afternoon ahead of the private day of reflection. For all the latest updates on the Queen's lying in state, see our live blog. Charles led the royal family in a public display of homage yesterday, walking behind Her Majesty's coffin procession as it was transported from Buckingham Palace, watched by tens of thousands of mourners. Camilla has retired to her estate in Weybridge, Wiltshire. Meanwhile, Prince William and Princess Kate will travel to Norfolk to view flowers left by well-wishers at her former home in Sandringham. The Earl and Countess of Wessex, Prince Edward and his wife Sophie, will head to Manchester to view a civic book of condolence in the city's central library, before viewing floral tributes in St. Anne's Square. The King is to have a private day of reflection after a momentous period that saw him become monarch. Charles returned to his Highgrove home in Gloucestershire and is not expected to attend any public events today. In the detailed planning for the aftermath of the Queen's death, known as London Bridge, a day was set aside at this point for the new monarch to have some time away from public duties. The period will allow the King to pause, but it is understood he will be working in preparation for his new role and will already be receiving his red boxes of state papers. He was photographed yesterday afternoon looking tired and in somber mood as he exited a helicopter in a field alongside Camilla's home, Raymil House, around 4:30 p.m. The landing was welcomed by an audience of just 3 people before he was then driven to Highgrove. Prince William and Princess Kate will travel to Norfolk today to view flowers for the Queen left by well-wishers at her former home, Sandringham. They will go to see flowers left in memory of the Queen at the 20,000-acre Sandringham Estates Norwich Gates, as part of a program of royal visits around the country. The Prince of Wales, 40, walked alongside his father Charles and brother Prince Harry, 37, yesterday behind the Queen's coffin as it was taken to Westminster. Kate, also 40, and Camilla rode behind the procession in a car, followed by a separate vehicle carrying Meghan. The Earl and Countess of Wessex will head to Manchester, where they will view the civic book of condolence for the late Queen at Manchester's Central Library. Edward, 58, and Sophie, 57, will also view floral tributes in St. Anne's Square and meet volunteers at the site before visiting Manchester Cathedral to light a candle in memory of the Queen. The Queen's youngest son was part of the procession walking behind his mother's coffin yesterday, while his wife rode in a car. As non-working royals, Prince Harry and Meghan will possibly take the day off and stay at Frogmore Cottage on the grounds of Windsor Castle. They were both involved in the Queen's procession to Westminster Hall, though the Duke of Sussex, along with Prince Andrew, was not permitted to wear military uniform. They were also not allowed to salute alongside their family. The Sussexes were only in the UK by chance when the Queen passed away last Thursday as part of a mini-Euro tour. Harry cancelled an appearance in London on the same day to travel to Balmoral where the Queen was staying when she fell ill. Meghan, 41, meanwhile, has postponed the next episode of her debut podcast, Archetypes, and ditched plans for a high-profile TV appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, according to sources. The Duchess has also cancelled the scheduled visit to the UN General Assembly in Manhattan with Harry.